I'm Nick.
I'm Keisha. I'm Janicia.
My name is Jarosky Jason, a graduate of Skyline High School. I did attend Texas A&M University of Commerce, where I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi.
Now, tonight our questions and conversations will range from God to pandemic questions. We are not experts. Yes, we are saved, and yes, we're going to keep it real and raw and relatable. Okay, now that we get out the way, y'all, let's talk.
It sounds good and it looks good.
Y'all ready for these questions? Got 15 of them. Are y'all nervous? So, to our first question, I actually want to answer mine first and get it out the way. As we celebrate 21 years in ministry, what do you like most about GCOP Church? I would say this. I've been knowing Cheryl and two since 97. And I kind of been going here off and on for a long time. And I was a member at another church, but it took me a while to finally join. But what I like about GCOP the most is they can let you be you and they keep it real. You can go to your pastor, can talk to your pastor, they pray for you. You don't feel like you're asking for a favor. So just to keep it brief, I actually, had rough times in my life where I felt like this church was there for me more than the church that I was a member for since as long as I've been known Cheryl. So that's why Mr. and Ms. Willis like parents to me. So.
Talk loud, y'all. Talk loud.
All right, Janicia.
I like GCOP because they, or we, are always open to new ideas. As Pastor likes to say, we're the church on the cutting edge. If you go to him with an idea about doing something new for whatever ministry, whether you're a part of the ministry or not, okay, let's do it. How are we going to do that? Get some people in and go right into doing it. So that allows us to hit a diverse group of people, and it just allows us to, like she said, be more of who we are and be more expressive.
I've been a member of GCOP since the Y days, and to me it's more because it's like a family. It's just a family culture. Everybody get along. Everybody, you should come here. She says to be yourself, and our choir always jams.
What, Shelley?
I've been here at GCOP since 2013, so I think I'm going on 7 years. And like everyone said, it's just a big family. You can feel the love as soon as you walk through the door. The first person that greets you, sometimes in the church you get a little angry usher at the front door and stuff. You ain't got to worry about that here at GCOP. Everybody shows you love, and it's so nice and sweet, and it's just a good, wholesome family feeling. It's just full of love. And like everybody's also said, we are allowed to be ourselves. We're able to express ourselves in a creative way and still be Christian and still keep it holy, but we can also keep it 100 as well too. So I love GCOP.
Exactly. We always keep it at 100. Y'all gonna keep it 100 with all these questions, right?
93.
Talking to the mic.
The reason I love this church and joined it is because I get to be J-Rock here. It's like a lot of times you go places, you got to be a filtered, watered down version of yourself to fit in. I could just be me here. I'm not perfect. I got my own way of doing things, but it works. They accept it here, so I'm here for life. I'm stuck.
question number 2. What are the common misconceptions people have about Christian millennials? Who want to go first?
I'll jump in. This is a safe question, so I can answer this one. I think the biggest thing is that like I just said, you have to change. You can't be yourself. You know, I think of one of the people that I came to this church with my grandmother, but made me love this church so much was two. That, you know, I would see him out, in the regular world, and he would be who he was, and then come to church and he's the same person. So I think that you can still have your social life and be who you are and have friends and enjoy life, live it to the fullest, and still be a Christian. You don't have to pick one or the other. I think a lot of times our generation thinks you have to be one way or the other. No, you can still go out and drink with your friends and all that in moderation. You know, you can go to Jamie's Rhythm starting next Friday if you want to, and be at church that following Sunday. Just do what I do.
Don't plug your plug.
Plug, man.
I'm not ready.
Can you hear me? Well, I think I need to pass the headset. I talk low, but nah, just to piggyback on what J-Rock was saying, I think it's just a lot of millennials feel like, you know, you got to be one way or another versus just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Allowing yourself to grow. People scared of growth. People feel like they get restricted. But you know, the more you dive in and see other people living that lifestyle, and make you want to change and make you want to grow and expand your horizons. But I think a lot of people get confirmed and trying to be like the old school days where it's just strict and you can't do nothing. But I think once we get past that, I think a lot of younger people will get it, that Christianity get instilled in them. They'll grow, become better people, basically.
Going back to what we said in the beginning about being here allows you to be who you are. One time I had a visitor come, and she wanted to come, and prior to her coming, she was like, okay, so what's the dress code? What do I have to wear? You know, how do I have to sit and stuff like that? It's like, honey, you can wear jeans if you want to. We don't care as long as you come. It's like, if you make you feel any better, I'll wear jeans too. And come in, and we could have on jeans on, but you could have somebody here with the big hat or whatever. And it's because that person with the big hat is being who they are, and somebody that comes in with the jeans and they over for your t-shirt, they're being who they are. Right. At the end of the day, it's not about how you look, it's about the fact that you made the effort to come. And sometimes people get all hooked up, what am I trying to say? So concerned about the outside, and we are more focused on what's inside.
So that pretty much said everything I wanted to say. So on to the next question. So we know the 2020 church theme was let go, let God, let's go. What is the hardest thing you've ever had to let go during the quarantine?
Snacks. Yeah, at the house, all you got to do is snacks. So that's the hardest thing, letting go snacks. But man, just trying to get in a new routine, just a new norm, I guess. But yeah, I say snacking. That's the biggest thing that we let go.
Well, I guess mine would be probably not being able to do what I do. I like to film. I like to go out and like promote and do stuff like that. As far as being at home, I like being at home anyway. That's something I do anyway. The only thing I will say this, the quarantine made me eat too much. And, people been asking me, are you with child? I'm like, I'm not with child. I'm just eating and I'm quarantined and I'm happy. But I really didn't have an issue with the quarantine. I just pray that everybody's okay, my family, loved ones, safe, nobody catch the COVID, and that's it.
Well, you said let go, right? Well, I don't know if that's really kind of like let go, because it's like now my children at home like full time, and I have to do all the schoolwork and stuff. So usually, we let go because like, kids going to school, I go to work, but if you work from home already, I got peace and quiet without no children. But it's like I gotta get up and I gotta do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks in between. So that's been really hard as far as that time children to actually do schoolwork because they ain't in school. That's mine.
All right, y'all got anything else y'all want to say? Y'all good on that one? Okay. So we all see current events. We live in a world where there are so many social injustices in the Black community. How can we as millennials, Christians, help with these injustices?
Deep question.
I really didn't want to answer this question because I don't want to offend anybody and have nobody mad at me. But I personally, and I know we're referring to the situation with the guy that got killed. I tell my sons one thing. I have 2 sons and 2 daughters. And I tell my sons, you have one job. That's to get home every night. You know, the being macho, the talking back and all that. A lot of people are like, well, I die for my respect. I'm not, brother. I'll go to your funeral after you die. But I'm definitely not going to die for no respect. Not going to happen. So I tell my sons that, you know, you just educate them. Hey, you don't have to be Billy the tough guy all the time. You ain't got to talk back. Just shut up. You know, I tell my sons, when you get pulled over, that cop probably just as scared as you are. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he want to get home to his family, you want to get home to yours. Shut up. Let him say what you want to say. Get your little ticket. We'll pay your ticket. Just come home. I don't want to see on the news or on Facebook Live, somebody live and it's my son on the ground. You know, that's my biggest fear. So for me, I tell my sons the opposite of what a lot of people say. You know, I would say, well, don't let no cracker do this to you. The only crackers I like is Ritz. So I don't care about nothing else. Your job is to get back home at the end of the night, son. So, and I tell other folks' sons, man, you ain't got to be tough all the time. Get home safely. If somebody talk crazy to you, let them talk crazy to you. Your ancestors dealt with it for a bunch of years. Get home safe. That's me. Now, somebody else right here might say black power. I do too, but I'm going to say it when I get back to the house.
I can agree with you on that one. A lot of videos that I've watched on social media when people are being gunned down and stuff like that, they are going back and forth with the police, majority of the time. I won't say no names, I don't want nobody to be mad at me, but it was a video I was watching, I was just like, dang, if this person would have just kind of just complied, they may still either be here or man out to jail. A lot of times when you're going back and forth with the police officers, a lot of times you give them ammo. Now the situation where the guy passed just recently, you know, that was different, you know. Now they have videos saying that, oh, he was in an abandoned building stealing, but the guy in the video had boots on. This guy had on, he had on flat shoes. This guy had on boots. But, you know, it's teachers on. If I had kids, that's what I would tell them, just comply. My dad was a Dallas police officer back in the day. You know, I lost a cousin to police gun brutality, police gun violence, but at the end of the day, it was his fault. I hate that he's gone, but if he would have just done what the officer told him to do, he would still be here. So I have to agree with that. I'm black power, but hey man, yeah, all right, here's my ID. Okay, well, let's see. That's me.
Okay, I get where you're coming from and I get what you're saying. But on the flip side, sometimes we are targeted out just because we are black. So we can be driving in our car, we can be at a stop sign. Okay, so what if I'm bumping my Frankie Beverly and Maze and the cop don't like my music? He decided to pull me over. I give him everything he needs. And just because I asked him a question, I mean, you pulled me over, you asking me for my stuff, and I'm asking you what you pulled me over for. That right there, it's not confrontational. It don't always have to be like that because we as citizens do have a right to ask, why did you pull me over? They just can't pull up on us and just pull us over for no apparent reason. We have a right to ask them what you need to search my car for. They just can't be putting their face up in my window in my car and stuff. So it depends on the situation and to a certain degree as well too. Now I understand what you're saying. I have a son. My son is 12. He's gonna be 13. So I do give him other instances and stuff in the news and stuff, and I do talk to him about stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I always teach him as well, you stand on your truth. And if that's your truth, you stand on it and don't let nobody turn you around on that. So if you didn't do nothing, you don't deserve to get treated like you a criminal. You don't deserve to get put on a ground. You don't deserve to be in handcuffs. You don't deserve none of that kind of stuff because you're a human just like them. Just because they have a badge and a uniform don't make them any more superior, black or white, regardless to it. So I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna fight back as well too, because if that was my son sitting right there getting killed, just like the incident that happened yesterday, if that was my son getting done like that by the police, I'm not gonna sit there and just watch them. Like I was saying earlier, we y'all gonna be out there fighting. You wanna take me to jail and do something? You gotta do something to me too. Cause I'm not gonna sit here and let you do my son like that. I cried on that video because I'm like, Lord, if I was sitting right there, I would have been hollering and crying, pushing. You can arrest me, take me to do all that. That's fine. But it's too many instances every day that we wake up, or every other day, every other week, it's one of our black kings getting murdered for no reason. And most of the time, they didn't do anything. It's just police brutality, no reason. Ooh.
I know they said for us not to be belabor on one subject, and I'm not stalling. Trust me, I'm not trying to stall. I totally agree. Just you made a statement. It's a lot of our black kings that are getting this and getting that, but we also have a lot of black court justice and black jokers out there as well. So if my son gets stopped for something, 100%, I'm not gonna ask the cop what you stopped me for. I'm pretty sure he's finna tell me. You know, and that's just what I tell my sons. I'm not saying be no punk. I didn't want to say the word earlier, but at the end of the day, you got to be smart. You know why? And it's different for a black man and a black woman. Trust me, 100%. Because a black woman hadn't seen a lot of things a black man has seen, so you can teach your son whatever you want. But and Tiff, totally different in her mindset. She'll stand up and want to argue. Me, no sir. I'm gonna get this ticket you're gonna give me, and if I was innocent, like you said, I'm gonna go to court. They're gonna prove that I was innocent. And if I gotta pay a little fine, I'll pay the fine. But I promise you, my sons won't be the one going back and forth. They end up like some of these guys. And I'm not saying you're not wrong for standing up and fight. Now my son on the ground, yeah, we're gonna fight, of course. But my son ain't gonna get to that point because he already know, man, I'm gonna get home real fast.
All right,
I'm sorry.
we're gonna go ahead and roll to the next question. Okay, so if you had one night with pre-quarantine access to do anything you wanted, what would you do? I would have went on vacation.
Yeah.
I would have took a long vacation because the first thing I'm going to do when this ends, I'm going to either Miami or California or Vegas. I haven't had a long vacation in a minute, or I might just take a road trip and not go get out and do nothing. But that's just one thing about me. I'm a free spirit. I like to travel, and that's just one thing that I miss so much is being able to just leave when I want to and just go to a restaurant and go visit my family. But now I got worried about, oh shoot, if they call me, you know, I don't know. But that's one thing I miss is traveling.
So you saying something you would have done before this happened?
Yeah.
I would have stocked up on Lysol and hand sanitizer because folks is making a killing selling it right now. I promise you, I would have bought about 50 cases of Lysol.
Me too. No, you still can't get the Lysol now. You can get the generic brand. Okay. Have you abided by the CDC quarantine rules? Have you wore your mask, gloves? Have you been, 6 feet distance to the best of your ability? You sure are. We know.
I'm not 6 feet right now, so no.
Good citizen, right?
Well, for me, I have been wearing my mask, and I was wearing my gloves in the beginning, but y'all, I looked at myself, I said, man, I can't believe we doing this. This looks ridiculous. I've been a little bit rebellious lately, but for the most part, I've been wearing my mask and staying away from people as much as I can.
I just started going back to work in office last week, and we have to wear our mask at work as long as we're like walking around. So sitting at my desk, I don't, but walking around, I do. And and occasionally I'll see like somebody like walking around without their mask, and I'm like, you know. But for the most part, overall, I'm at home. So I mean, I guess yeah, because I'm at home outside of when I go to the grocery store like once every 2 weeks. So I've been doing it to the best of my abilities. Not so much on the gloves, but yeah, I've been doing pretty good on the mask and the distancing.
Yeah, I think I've been doing the mask too. Not so much the gloves. I don't really like seeing people that have masks. When I see people that have masks, I think they get tired of their own breath or something. But for the most part, I keep my mask on. The social distancing, not too much, but in the store, I make sure that, hey, get back out of me, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm around my people, I ain't really tripping.
You know
I would like to chime in. I watch My 600-Pound Life all the time, and Dr. Now gives them a strict 1,200 calorie, high protein, low carb diet. And I don't want y'all to think I'm lying. My app, I'll show y'all my app when we finish. I've been sticking to that for about 3 weeks now, and I am down 21 pounds.
Let me see.
Yeah. So you better believe it. Your boy will be fine by the summertime.
Well, now, like I said earlier, I look like I'm about to have a child, so no,
I'm still there. I'm gonna have twins.
Have not gained. I actually started exercising like every day. Like right now is my exercise time, but I'm up here, which is cool. But I actually started exercising every day after work or so. I try to do some walking, and I take the kids and stuff out just to get out the house. But as far as time and quarantine and what have I gained and all, I ain't gained no weight or nothing like that. But I'm tired of cooking every day. I tell you that.
For me, I think I'm at this plateau. I done lost all I could, now I'm just stuck. So I done got me a bite, so y'all see me on 1382 right now. You know what I'm saying? Hug at your boy and throw me a bottle of water.
And see, with them giving us a stimulus check, I've been eating crab legs, I've been acting food. That's another reason I'm gaining weight. I'm eating what I want.
When I want.
When I want.
I haven't moved either way.
If you're a government official in charge of decision making during this pandemic time, how would you handle the closing and reopening things during this time? I would keep things closed. I feel like they open things too fast because I feel like the numbers spiked up more. And it seemed like people are kind of being really rebellious. I kind of they're being rebellious. They don't care. Like they partying, having house parties. Like allowance to one is less than 20 people there. But people are just really like partying and like they actually had I don't know where this was at, San Antonio, Austin, or some Houston, or I don't know. But there was like a pool party or some one of those pool parties, and they had like over 200 people there, and the police said to go escort people out. That's where people like treat people a little bit. You know, like yesterday I went to Ross, and they actually were counting the people to go in and counting people to go out. That's cool. But what's the difference between me going to the grocery store or Walmart and not counting? So I mean, I would have it on lockdown until the numbers kind of get low, until I can kind of figure out what can we do to stop it, you know, a vaccine or something, but not what Donald Trump said. That man is talking about we can inject ourselves with bleach or something like that. Lysol. I know y'all heard about that. That's not gonna present this show.
Ma'am, that party you was talking about in Houston was my brother's school party. Kerry Nelson, I'm gonna say his name so y'all can go bash his page. He's on Facebook. I personally, I'm torn because I am a promoter, you know, and that is one way I do make money to provide for my family. But I'm also a father, you know, and at the end of the day, that's way more important. I don't knock nobody for opening up and doing what they do to provide for their family. But I definitely think that the government, I'm okay with the way they're doing it because I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I tell my daughter, you know, she's depressed every single day. We just go ride. And I tell her, do I think we need to do all the things we're doing? No. But we're still going to do all the things because I don't want to be the one that doesn't go what they say and then you end up in the hospital. Because I had an uncle, true story, just got out, was in the hospital in Louisiana for 6 weeks with COVID-19. Just got out last week. So that kind of made it more real to me. I think a lot of people that don't know someone personal that's been affected by it, they don't kind of, it's not that, it's not this. For me, when my uncle is in there, 100% is real. So for me, I totally understand, but I also know it's a lot of business. People got to make money. That's why they're opening the government now. If you listen to when Abbott was talking last week, he said, let's put Texas back to work like 4 or 5 times in his speech. So it's tough for them because they know we got to make money for the economy now. And then if we don't put folks back to work, they're going to start robbing and killing each other anyway. So it's a tough decision. I understand either way, why they open and why they don't. So it's kind of, I have an opinion, but I don't have an opinion, but I have an opinion. So, but I understand either way it goes. What do you think, Sister Keisha? It's because I see it from both ways. Because I'm J-Rock, the promoter, that want the clubs full to make money, but I'm also J-Rock, the daddy, that don't want to bring them home to his kids. So all the promoters, I know all the promoters. Yeah, Gary, G. Davis, they doing events. They want to go out there and get life back to normal. I don't knock nobody for what they do. I think I was blessed that I have another source of income, so it's not like I'm totally dependent on that. But it's people that are. You know, a lot of people see the people promoters as just party throwers. No, that's a living. That's how people provide for their families. So I understand bartenders, waitresses, they need to provide for their kids. So I understand why people do it, but I understand if you don't want to go as well. Sister Keisha?
I kind of agree with what you're saying. I think it would be a hard decision. If you said if I was in leadership or in government, that's what you said, I would first pray for wisdom. Literally pray for wisdom on which direction to go, because we know we have to have a job as being in leadership and government that we have to do, but you also have a heart, so you also have to think about the people that you are putting back out there on the front lines. You got people that ain't never left the front lines and they still out there, so, and then you can add more people out there again, and it's not a catch or it's not a hold on this COVID-19 right now, so it's like we don't know what to expect. So when we do get back out there, what do we expect? But if I was in leadership and government, that would be my number one thing, just to pray for wisdom in the right direction to do my job.
Okay. What are some things you've done to strengthen your walk with God during the quarantine?
I did a fast. I did a week-long fast. I did a week-long fast, and also because we have the privilege now to watch church online, I attend 2 services, one in Desoto and one in Oklahoma on Sundays on my couch.
I don't want to take over the seminar, but I've been stuck in the house with a 1-year-old that can't talk, so I just like talking to grown folks. I'm sorry. Me personally, it wasn't a decision I made, but our family, my uncle Lennis in Louisiana, every Thursday our family has like a conference call where everybody gets on and prays. And it's like, it's crazy it took this for it to happen, but it has actually been absolutely amazing. You know, like each week, you know, he'll give us different topics of people to pray for, like frontline workers, pray for the president, pray for everything. And the kids get involved. And this is something that I think everyone should do. You know, we tried to do Zoom, but my family kind of crazy, so we couldn't do Zoom. So we just do the call-in thing, and you press the 6 numbers and get you online and talk. But I think that was something that my uncle put in place that's been absolutely amazing. And it's like, I don't know how to pray, so I'm not good at praying in front of people, but on the phone, like I go in the bathroom when it's my time to pray, and I can pray then, like it's just me. So I think that's kind of made my walk a little bit closer, personally.
Yeah, that's kind of like me, the same thing. Because this corona thing, you don't know where it's going to come from, you don't know how it's going to hit you, so just stay and pray with it, you know what I'm saying, just praying more, your prayers getting more in depth, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not the one that's going to pray out loud, but I go in the bathroom with my car, I'm going to pray like Big D, like Big Dirty.
Lexi!
Just getting more stronger in praying.
I have grown, what I have actually done is started making time for God, making time just for Him. Before I started to do anything in the morning, before I get up, before I start the clock on to work or anything, I always set aside time to get up, have that devotional one-on-one with God. I always read the scripture, read a devotional out of the Bible plan. There's a lot of good devotionals and stuff in there. So, and then it's just me and God talking. I'm not like praying like, dear Heavenly Father, God, this is what it is right now. This is how I'm feeling right now. I need you to step in and have your way right here in this area of my life. Because if not, Keisha gonna come out real quick and we don't need that. So I need you to, do this. So it's just my communication with God. That's how I pray. That's how I talk to Him. Now, if I will go up and hit me in rams and go to my tongues and stuff, I will go there and take me there. But just that one-on-one time with Him, it just like refreshes your whole day. Just refreshes your whole day. Like, you know what? I don't care what y'all say on this phone. I don't care what nobody say. I talked to my God this morning, so I'm good. You can't So that's what I have done in the quarantine, just like got that personal time one-on-one with him, just me and him, just outpouring to him, and then also letting him speak back to me. That's another thing we have to make sure that we understand. Yes, we can talk and we can pray to God, but we also have to have a time of silence where we listen so we'll be able to hear what he's saying to us.
All right. Okay. So, next question, and this one is a real good one, y'all. What advice would you give to the viewers that's watching? They don't have a quarantine babe, or might be struggling with being lonely. Mental health is an issue that is real in our community, and we want to make sure that we are all staying healthy, not only spiritually but mentally. Help brother or sister out. Quarantine babe.
The microphone, J-Rock.
I don't have any knowledge of a quarantine babe.
Okay. Who is married on the panel and who is single? So y'all married.
We're not married to each other. We're both married
So y'all married.
individually.
So y'all husband, your husband and your wife, y'all, they're not your bae? Like that's not a quarantine bae to you, or is it just,
That's my husband, my baby, my boo, my man. That's all it is. So it's just, hey, whatever day it is and whatever the week is. You're going to be bae this week, you're going to be boo this week, honey this week. So, hey, all it.
So I'm gonna ask the married couples one more question. Do y'all feel like y'all marriage has gotten stronger since the quarantine? Or have you noticed more things about each other's life?
I tried to block my wife before we started this live, but I see she snuck in on this watch party. But I will be totally honest, and I'm transparent as they come. Like before, I'm a hard husband to have. So before, me and my wife would butt heads and argue and stuff a lot. But I'll be totally honest, since the quarantine, we're stuck in the house. It's like, I don't know if the fact that I'm the only man she's seeing, I'm looking better to her. I don't know. I don't know if it's these 21 pounds that I've shed, but I can definitely say that she smiles a lot more at me now. We don't argue. We still argue. We don't argue as much. And it's like when we do argue, we just try to end it real quick because, hey, I can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere. So I think, that either your marriage was going to get really, really strong and you get back to what you liked about the person, or it was going to end. Because if I don't like you as much as I thought I didn't like you, I don't want to be stuck with you all the time. But now that we all around each other more, okay, I do kind of like you a little bit. So I didn't block you, but I thought about it, but I didn't block you. Your turn, Sister Keisha.
I'm not married, but just to give help and advice to that person or whatever the case is. You just gotta be happy with yourself first. So you gotta make sure you're in a better place mentally. You're not stuck on downing yourself about your finances, whatever the case. You always gotta find that silver line. You always gotta find the good and the bad. So you just being happy with yourself. That you can't be happy with nobody until you're happy with yourself. So no matter what you're dealing with, it's always gonna get better. Everybody gotta go through that storm. You gotta stay prayed up, fight, get through it, and you'll be a better person for whoever.
And if you're looking for a quarantine babe, they may be at Jamie's Rhythm next Friday. Practicing safe social distancing.
Well, I'm glad that y'all, have had a good experience, with quarantine babe. Me, my experience might be a little bit different because I'm not married, but I have a quarantine babe. Maybe, that's, we live together, maybe not.
Might be the first step.
Yeah, but I will say this, we've been knowing each other for over 21 years, and over 21 years within the quarantine, we've learned more about each other within that quarantine than ever, and it's just like, whoa, okay, I don't like this about you, and you don't like this about me, so let's work on this, let's work on that, but now we need to talk about getting married, because we not going to be blessed, living together, it opened up a lot. I would say the quarantine showed us so much. We need to go ahead and take that step, or we need to be roommates, or we need to go ahead.
Going back to what Brother Nick has said, I think this quarantine kind of just gave every person a chance to really know who they are. I saw a meme, whatever they call them things on Facebook, said that if this quarantine didn't bring the hustler out of you, it's just not in you. I think that it just kind of made people realize, okay, I've got to put things into priority. You know, a lot of the people that you thought was the big ballers on social media, now you're not seeing them post no more. You know, it's like life is real now. So I think that the quarantine just made people kind of reflect on themselves and say, what can I do for me? That when I do come out of this quarantine, I'm a better person. I'm better equipped to handle life and society and everything. So, I mean, 100% what Nick said is absolutely right. Disregard my answer. I didn't block you, Tiff.
Okay.
For me, during this time, or for anybody that is by themselves during this time, I would say just something practical, kind of like what J. Rock mentioned with his family. With my family, we would do weekly, like Zoom or what's the thing, Playhouse or Playground or whatever the video conferencing things weekly, just to kind of get some type of, you know, social interaction in. But at the same time, going back to what Nick said, it's okay to be with yourself and to date yourself and to learn yourself during this time. It may be hard because it's not for the extroverts. Introvert like me, myself, and I, we were good. We had a lot of fun. But for someone that's used to being around a lot of people, it's kind of hard. But like I said, it's okay, but you need to take that time, because if you don't like being by yourself with you, why would you expect somebody else to?
Okay. So what have you learned new about yourself during this time?
That I can survive on a 1,200 calorie, high protein, low carb diet. And only twice during this time have I cheated. Last night, Trinity made some Rice Krispie treats, and I had half of a square, but I made her cut it a big square, so it was probably a whole Rice Krispie treat. And then last week, we went to South Dallas Cafe. I got the sweet potato casserole, and I indulged in that, even though that was going to put me over my 1,200 calories for the day.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it goes back to
What have you learned new about yourself during this time?
I like me. Like I really, and it's like I like me. Like there were a couple of days where I didn't pick up my phone. I didn't pick up my phone to try to call or text or anything. I read or ate or whatever. Like I spent time with me.
Okay. All right, so on to the next question. Pastor spoke on being too salty and too sweet as Christians. Matthew 5:13 a few weeks ago. What are ways as young adults, millennials, we can be balanced and effective for kingdom work? Righteous and ratchet, holy and hood. Here's the scripture for reference. If you are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It's no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot.
Just because you give your life to Christ, it does not mean that your personality should go away. Everybody is unique. He made us unique for a reason, because the way we are is to minister specifically to a particular audience. So I think one thing that we need to remember, or that millennials need to remember when they come over with like, you don't have to be clean to be a Christian. He will meet you where you are and work with that. There's only one person in the entire Bible that was completely clean. Everybody else was purposely dirty to show us that come as you are, and he'll work with you. So I just think that it's important to know that you don't have to totally change, maybe change some of what you do, yeah, but totally change like the core of who you are, no.
I just want to say this side of the table is winning. We're winning. Feel free to say what you got to say, and I'll backdoor you, Sister Keisha.
Okay. Mike Collins. I agree with what she said, and the other thing that I was going to say was to be open. You know, if you're getting ready, once you step into a new realm or a new level in your life. You have to be open to accept those things. So some things that you are going to have to change about your life, you have to be open to it. Sometimes we don't want to change it. We just like, you know what, God, this is just what I'm going to have to do. You're just going to have to forgive me on the back end and stuff. We can't always do that. Be open to that. Coming over to, like you always said, transitioning over as far as accepting Christ in your life doesn't mean your personality have to change. Doesn't mean you have to change. But be open to change. That's it.
I would just like to, maybe Sister Keisha switch hands with the mic. I would like to say this, and this is for new Christians and old Christians. Don't forget where you came from. You know, I think that is the biggest mistake that a lot of Christians and people in church make. We want to look down on someone that's where we were. You know, but you got to realize in the Bible, Jesus went with the whoremongers and the thugs, and you know, he went to Big T to save souls.
Mama.
He went to Jungle West to save souls. So you got to understand, you can't look down on people that are that are the beginning phases of Christianity. You know, I think that's the biggest thing. We can't belittle them for doing what we did anyway. You know, just like folks, it was in Cirque and Blue, folks used to go to Gigi's back in the day. You know, the clubs have always been around, so we can't knock somebody for doing what we did ourselves 10, 20, 30 years ago. Before it was Lil Boosie, it was Boosie Collins. You know?
Reverend.
Before it was
Reverend.
It was Richard Pryor. You know, so we can't condemn somebody when we did the same thing 30 years ago. This side is definitely winning.
So, if you could go live in a different country, free of charge, where would it be and why? I would say for me, it would be Africa. Because I'm never flying over there. I'm never flying from home. I'm scared of flying, so hey, that's the closest I get to those folks on out there. And hey, that's just me. I know I'm flying, terrified. I'm definitely not flying because I think Corona is on the plane with the flight attendants, with the pilot. I'm just not doing it. I'll drive. I can drive over.
If you could live in any country.
Huh? Hold on. If you could go live, I thought she said live. If you could go live in a different country, oh well, if I could go live, it'd be in Africa. If I could go live in a different country free of charge, it would be Africa. But I don't see that happening because I don't like flying. End of discussion.
I would go to Brazil. And before I was married, I would have went to Brazil because all the Brazilian women are very attractive. That is the only reason. I wouldn't go to Africa because the mosquitoes bite really hard there. Because I have a friend that's African and his arm is really scarred up from when he was a kid, George, and his mosquitoes bit him as a kid. They had pet mosquitoes in his village in Africa.
Y'all have a special place y'all want to go? Y'all
They want to go to Oak
want to
Cliff.
go
I
live?
just want to go to Miami. That's what I
Just Miami?
You take me to Miami. 305. 305. I'm going to get everything I want in Miami.
So exactly what is it that you want in Miami, sir?
Just to feel the breeze, walk the beach. You know what I'm saying? Peace and serenity on the beach.
I would live in Egypt.
I would go to Jamaica. I'm right there by the beach. They got Christmas trees. A whole bunch of other stuff. But I would go to Jamaica. And trees. Bunch of trees. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Jamaica. All right. If education and salary wasn't a factor, what would your dream job be? Mine would be filming. I love filming and of course acting. I love writing scripts. I love writing movies. If it wasn't about the money, because it's not a lot of money in it unless you make it big. You know, acting, all actors are broke unless they have a role, big role. So that will always be my dream job because I'm a character. That's it.
I think mine, I don't think it got nothing to do with salary or school, but I'll be a basketball coach. I love basketball. So I miss it right now. So I just know that'll probably be one of the things I still may pursue as well as being a basketball coach?
I think I would be a wrestler because the way I'm sticking to this 1,200 calorie, high protein, low carb diet, I think in about 6 months I will look amazing in tights and some tall boots and a spandex shirt where I can do like Kurt Angle and pull my sleeves off and then atomic drop somebody. So I will be a wrestler for WWE.
Without salary, education, and things, I would be a teacher. I still would be a teacher because I love children. I'm always around some kids, always around me with me outside of my own. But it's just the teaching part of it, as far as just being there for the next generation, teaching them how to come up, teaching them the future and stuff, teaching them what we have. So I want to be a teacher, regardless to education salary.
I would want to be head athletic trainer for an NFL team.
All right, y'all, this is the last question. What is something you will go back and tell your younger self to prepare you for the world now?
I would tell myself, start this 1,200 calorie, high protein, low carb diet when I'm younger, and invest in Google when it is very first starting out, and Apple, because I would be rich now and I wouldn't care about Corona.
If I could go back to my younger self, I would say wait, take your time, be patient, don't rush, enjoy life before you start life. So just be patient, wait. It ain't going nowhere. It's going to be right there when you get there.
I would tell myself something similar. Just slow down, you know. I grew up fast. I moved too fast. I did a lot young. So if I could have took it back, a lot of the stuff that I did young, I would have waited. And it could have been stretched out into my adult life. And maybe I would have finished college. I'm going to still finish college, y'all. That's one thing I wish I could have done, but I'm going to go back. Anybody else before we go?
Let go of your fear. It's okay to be the first or the only. It's okay to be looked at weird. Just do you, because somebody will need it.
I'll probably tell my younger self, you know, take advantage of them losses that you took back then. You know, it's always a lesson in the loss you took back then versus just trying to move on to the next and take another loss and take another loss and not realizing why you took that L back then. So I think I would have got more from that back then. So that's what I'll tell my younger self.
We would, I think we'll come to the end. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, taking the time out of your day. We're going to have a closing prayer by Sister Keisha, but I want to thank all my co-panelists, if that's the word. I try to use a big word. I hope I said it right. We'd like to thank our sommelier of entertainment tonight, Sister, what's your name?
Akira.
Sister Akira. She took time from getting her hair finished to come and give us our talking.
Half of my hair.
Half the back of her hair is not done, but God will use the front to look good. And we want to thank our camera crew, Bubba, Krishara. Krishara said don't thank her, but Krishara and two. And now we'll have a prayer from Sister Keisha. And this side definitely won the discussion.
All minds clear and head bowed. Thank you, God, for allowing us to assemble here today. God, thank you so much for the commentary and the talk that was done today, God. We hope and pray that something was said or heard that would edify and encourage someone who's going through right now, who just need to hear a word, God. And we just ask that you protect us as we travel to and from our different locations and destinations here, God. Keep us safe and covered under your precious blood. We thank you, we love you, we appreciate you. In your precious Son, Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.